All right, and we're back here for the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Down here, Taylor County and NFC. Of course, we are rolling through the pregame, so we'll try to keep it quickly here as we're going over some of our games to watch, and then we'll circle around for a quick little Taylor County NFC preview. Of course, a lot of action going on in the Big Bend. Andrew Jupe and Chris Lucas here bringing you the game of the week this week. So we continue down the bend. Chris, we've been talking about some of our area games to watch. We're just getting ready to rock and roll. Osceola, Georgia Christian. So there's a matchup we were focusing on. So let's reset. We're going to do quick picks because we talked about them. We've already have our picks on the list.
Yep.
So let's just go through some of these games that you'll see. We had a little run back for you, a little explanation breakdown on most of the games. But just as we get ahead of these, as some of these games are getting ready to kick off Central Time, we already know we both took the L yesterday.
Yes, we're currently eating crow from that one.
There you go. So how about a bounce back? Florida High Gaston, who you got?
Yes, I'm leaning towards Florida High. I really like, Makai Dancy. I think speed on that on Florida High offense.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Give me Florida High as well. Wakulla on the road at Bluntstown. Who you got?
I like Wakulla on this one to handle that triple option.
Yep, same. Going for it. Madison County down in Columbia.
This is definitely going to be a tough matchup for Madison County. It's never easy to play in the jungle, but I think Madison County will be able to live up to the task and handle the expectations. Playing Madison County football, they'll get the victory tonight.
There you go. I'm liking the new look offense under Coach Harris. Give me the Cowboys as well. Rolling on down. Charles at Niceville.
Yeah,
Here's your thoughts.
Yeah, just like it's not easy to play in Columbia, it's definitely not easy to play in Niceville.
No, sir.
Unfortunately, I got Niceville winning this game. Well, I think it's going to be a competitive game, between them and Childs.
Rivalry game, the big one. Rickards Gabi.
Oh, man. This one can definitely go either way, Andrew. I'm leaning towards Rickards, but I won't be surprised if Gabi finds a way to pull out.
Echo that sentiment. Give me Rickards as well. Leon on the road at Mosley.
Yeah, Mosley is starting to be a tough place to play as well. Leon's, is still growing as a team. I don't think that they're quite there yet to beat Mosley tonight, but they are definitely growing each week.
That's why they play the game. But I'm gonna take Mosley as well here, Chris. Going down to Osceola Christian, Georgia Christian.
Yeah, Osceola, they always play, pretty good football over in Monticello. I like Osceola in this one.
Yep, give me the Warriors as well. McClay over at Walton. Who you got?
And McClay, definitely, a competitive team, but, Walton, definitely a much improved team this year. Unfortunately, I am leaning towards Walton to get the W.
All right, Jefferson County, one of the teams that is not on the road. They're hosting Baker from the Panhandle.
Yeah, Baker, one of the teams that could, give Madison County a run for their money. When the postseason comes around, I'm leaning towards Baker to get the W tonight over Jefferson County.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Gators got enough to get it done on the road. Last one here, FAMU DRS Bronson, the Baby Rattlers, trying to break a 715-day winless streak. Chris, can they do it on the road against the Broncos?
Yes, I'm calling it. Ooh. They are going to break it tonight. FAMU DRS is on the winning column when we hit 11 o'clock tonight.
There you go. Book it. Book it. I'm with you. I'm feeling the magic, Chris. Give me the Baby Rattlers on the road as well. Of course, they got it rolling. Little more offense. They've already scored more in 2 games this season than they did all last year. A nice little bounce back. And just as a bookkeeping note, JP2 and Monroe, as you can see, on bye weeks this week. So let's circle around, of course, get back to the game at hand here. Talk about Taylor County NFC. That's what the people are here for,
yes,
right? If they're tuned into this one, that's what they want to see. What do you like from these squads here, Chris?
Yeah, remember back to last year, it was a really good game last year. It went to overtime for this game to be decided with NFC getting that 2-point victory. So I won't be surprised that if we're getting the same kind of fight tonight. It's going to be great between these two ball clubs. How are you feeling about this game tonight, Andrew?
Hey, man, this is going to be a lot of fun. Clash of styles. NFC is going to try to throw it a lot. And they'll try to spread you out. You'll see a lot of 3-4 wides. Taylor County, they're going to ground and pound physical brand of football. Who's able to instill their will? This is going to be a fun atmosphere down here in Taylor County. They're on the rebuild looking to get rocking and rolling here. They're back and ready to get after it. I think it's going to be a real entertaining matchup. A battle of wills, Chris. A lot of times who can control tempo, who can control pace. And just maybe here for Taylor County. 2-1 NFC, 3-0, man. It should be a fun one. Of course, we'll see it here, and we'll try to get that scoreboard up for you, rocking and rolling, as we are moments away from kickoff, man. It looks like we're going to get a kickoff from NFC here.
Yes.
Of course, some dangerous return men here for the Taylor County Bulldogs, man. Of course, back to return, there's going to be J.J. Clayton, the wide receiver, and Caden Collier, number 6. He's a DB wideout as well. These guys have some speed to them, my man, and they say speed is very dangerous, and I agree with those sentiments. What do you think of these Taylor County uniforms, man? A little orange and blue. Got some snap to them, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm definitely loving the uniforms that they have. Like, orange jersey, blue, pants, man. Like, they are definitely looking really good. Almost reminds me of, like the Mud Dogs. Like,
There you go. Of course, NFC on the other side, clean, all white, black helmets. Looks like a business trip, Chris. You you have white dress shirt, little black tie, hitting the bus, ready to go.
Oh,
NFC chartering down here, Chris.
Oh, yeah. They brought down the charter bus and everything. They are all business for this first matchup, this year against Taylor County.
Absolutely. Of course, these two teams playing a couple times recently. Fun one. Ethan Fisher, number 23, looking to get us rocking and rolling here for NFC. And just like that, we are off and away. Kick, rumbling on the ground here. And this one's going to be picked up by J.J. Clayton on the return. And he's going to be taken down right about the 17. Is look like where they'll give him forward progress. So that's where Taylor County's going to get it rocking and rolling, man. We're going to see a run-centric attack. Number 2, Ryan Hamilton, going to lead the charge here for Taylor County.
Yeah, one of the things that Taylor County loves doing, they are a run and pound team. Definitely looking forward to seeing what they can do and how can the NFC defense hold on against this really good Taylor County offensive team.
Of course, Hamilton, just a sophomore, started last year as a freshman though, Chris. So very capable man behind center, spread him out 3 wide. And Hamilton's going to step up in the pocket, break and contain, wants to tuck and run, and a good little pickup there as he gets just short of the 20-yard line. So a nice little scamper there, maybe 2 yards. Set up a second down and long going here for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 8, says PA here, as they go back into the huddle. Of course, back in the backfield with Hamilton, you can expect a lot of number 8, Jaquan Clayton. He's to his sidecar left. We've got to keep those numbers straight. 0 and 8 looking very similar here for the Clayton brothers. Going to give to Jaquan. He's going to stretch out towards the center of the field. Looks like a gain of 1 on the play, Chris. He's going to get to the 20-yard line. So 3rd down and long, an early test here for Taylor County here at home.
Yeah, NFC's doing a pretty good job stopping the run. We'll see what they can do on this next down.
Loading up, not often, Chris. It seems like a lost start. It seems odd, Taylor County huddling up. You don't see that much at high school. Isn't that crazy? You don't see many huddles. Spread them out, go 4 wide. Here it's going to be a bootleg right for Hamilton. On over to the left. Pass is caught, enough for the first down and then some. It looks like Devarian McCoy, the sophomore, able to pick up the catch there for Taylor County and keep the chains moving and stay on the football field. So a couple passes early here for Taylor County. His scouting report says they're going to run the football a lot, Chris, and it looks like they're going to take to the air here. So maybe Coach Metcalf throwing a couple sandbags here in the early going.
Yeah, sometimes you got to have a little trickery in order to, get the W's, in these kind of football games. This is definitely a very big game for Taylor County.
This one's going to be a handoff coming back to the center of the field. It's Clayton with the rush, carrying defenders over the 40-yard line. Of course, line of scrimmage at the 33. That's a big old rush. Looks like a gain of 8, or 8 indeed on first down, 2nd and short. And if they can move the pile like that, and get that kind of rush on first down, this is going to be a very dangerous Taylor County team here tonight.
Yeah, Taylor County definitely looking really good, moving this ball right to left.
Of course, in the orange and blue, traditional Bulldog colors here. Had a gun, Hamilton once again, give to Clayton, Jaquan, and he's met in the backfield. Forward progress will be just shy of the line to gain. But good surge over there on the far side. NFC defensively, which, as a note, has been much improved this year, Chris.
Oh, yeah, and like that's what's making a huge difference. Experience is definitely making a huge difference for this, NFC squad this year. We'll see if NFC can hold on in this third down. One thing that they love saying over at NFC is hold that line. Can they hold that line on this third down?
A big 3rd and short. Of course, Taylor County getting ready to get rock and rolling here. And we have some movement on the line. Did they draw them off or did they jump off? And it looks like they're going to get it the easy way, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, offsides on NFC. So it's going to be first down for the Taylor County Bulldogs.
So able to move the chains, and so far, second first down here for Taylor County. Not much issue here in the early going, trying to move the football, which, like we said, very dangerous if Taylor County is able to get some good production out of the run game. So first down and 10, this time from the 46. Once again, another give to Clayton. He's going to go. Football's on the ground, but he's able to pick it back up. So tumble of the turf, but Clayton jumps back on top of it. It'll be a second down and long here. Eagles getting hungry, though, Chris.
Yes, they are very desperate, man. That was a little scare, on the Taylor County side, but Taylor County was able to recover and is still their ball for this second down.
Switch up a little personnel here. Clayton's going to take a seat for the first time here tonight offensively as Hamilton scampers back into the pocket here for Taylor County. Of course, once again from the 46, just inside the far hash marks here as you watch. Snap on the way, looking over to his left. Hamilton, incomplete. Good blanket coverage over here near side. Zion Perrette, the junior safety for NFC, in the hip pocket there, Devarian McCoy.
Yeah, really good pass breakup there. We'll see what they can do on this third down. Can Taylor County convert again? We'll see.
And Hamilton, nice setup there. What do you think of the youngsters so far? I mean, that one's in the area. That's on target for quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a really good pass breakup there. Let's see what they can do on this third down. It's been pretty good so far for the Bulldogs.
Third down and 10 to go. They need a full 10 all the way to the NFC 44 in enemy territory. They're going to go 4 wide. Hamilton wants to go deep down. Flag down in the secondary. Pass is caught. It's the same matchup we just saw. Devarian McCoy with the completion here in the near sideline, but flag, Chris, back at the 35-yard line. Holding on the defense. So the 25-yard completion, or 28-yard completion, will stand. Monster pickup here for Taylor County, and they're inside the 30 and into the danger zone in NFC territory.
Wow, Taylor County is definitely doing an amazing job on their third down conversions, and they are just driving down this field in their first drive of the game.
Absolutely. You talk about some self-scouting that went on this week. Taylor County breaking out the passes early and often. They're averaging about 8 attempts per game, Chris. Already seen about 4 or 5 here from Taylor County early. It's going to rush coming. Once again, Clayton coming near side. He's able to pick up a couple. Give him 2 just to the 26-yard line of NFC. And we're under 7 minutes. This clock is a-rolling here, Chris.
That is a very fast clock today.
Of course, those running teams, they don't have a lot of late running ball games. Now, there's teams that pass it 45 times a game, Chris. That's a different story, man. They know how to stretch out a Friday night. Going to go back to 3 wide, a little H-back. Motion coming near side. Give a nice little crease for Clayton. But a good tackle with the open space. Give him about 2 more on the rush. Surging in there for the bring down. I believe that was Lucky Baldwin, the junior defensive end, with the bring down here for NFC. So it looks like they're going to need a strong 5, soft 6 to move the chains here on 3rd down. First down would get him into the red zone.
And so far, Taylor County has converted all of their 3rd downs, so we'll see if they can do it again.
Absolutely. Good point, Chris. Of course, got one the easy way
right.
by way of penalty, but then a couple big conversions after that. Motion from near side to far side. So be 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left here. Clayton going to stand to block into traffic, looking for J.J. Clayton, the intended receiver, and just enveloped there. Great coverage. Ashton Gaynor, Bryce Google, number of NFC Eagles in the area. Also, Terry T3 Arnold coming in there late. Who T3, Chris, the Tallahassee Quarterback Club Player of the Week, Monster Week last week in their big win versus Jefferson County.
Yeah, it seems like it runs in the family, right? You know, like the Arnold's definitely plays amazing football, and his 4th down here.
Ooh.
They are looking to go for it.
5 wide, baby.
Let's see what they can do.
5 wide here for Taylor County. Empty back set for Hamilton. 3 wide receivers to the right. He's looking to the right. Bootleg to the right. Pressure for NFC. In traffic. Gets tipped. And it's incomplete pass. Good coverage there by NFC. Trey Ray in the area there defensively. And I don't think that's the last time we'll say that name, Chris.
Oh, yeah, definitely not the last time you're going to hear that name. This guy is definitely one of their star players for this season. Looking to see, like, you know, what he can do offensively. He's been playing lights out, you know, on both ends of the ball so far this season.
Absolutely. And, of course, you know, the impact, once you get identified as a star player, Chris, it's almost a double-edged sword, because then everybody's spotlighting you a lot of what they've seen earlier in the season. So despite the 15 receptions, 228 yards receiving, and a touchdown for Traylon Ray, you know, if defenses are only that coverage, we know it can be a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
But what does that leave? An opportunity for your other guys, like Leon Washington Jr., big year so far this year for him on the receiving side. And that's one of the elements. We talked about the high-flying offense for NFC. That's one thing that makes them so tough here. So we'll see. We saw a lot of runs. I mean, Taylor County, for me, what was that, 6-7 pass attempts on that first drive?
Yeah. Yeah, very surprising. Like they are definitely going for it in this game.
Yeah, that's a wild switch up here. But we'll see what NFC can do. Going towards the perimeter, gets outside, able to round the corner is Ashton Gaynor, and give a couple yards for the junior tailback. Off the scamper to the far side. And, of course, this running back crew, of course, shout out and thoughts and prayers with Devon Jackson. Of course, got injured preseason. Chris has not taken a regular season snap. We're told it's a long-term injury. So no shortage of talent here in the backfield, but they're picking up the pieces without, of course, their big star, Devon Jackson. And this one out of the backfield, once again, Ashton Gaynor. First 2 touches of the ball game. Sizable pickup. It's going to set up 3rd and very short. Strong yard and change here, Chris, on 3rd down.
Yeah, and like, just to touch back on Jackson, like, you know, it's definitely unfortunate, you know, for him to, you know, go down, like, in his senior year, but he's definitely an amazing athlete and an amazing kid. You know, I was blessed enough to, like, you know, even, like, you know, run with him, like, during my track and field days. He's definitely a great person. There
you go. So quarterback keeper. How about Pickles right down Main Street over the 45-yard line, but penalty flag on the field here, Chris. A nice little scamper by JP, who isn't afraid to get out of the pocket.
Oh, yeah, like he's one of those quarterbacks that plays on both sides. I believe he's a linebacker as well, so, like, he's definitely not afraid to take a hit if necessary.
And it looks like we had a collision here, the near sideline infraction, or sideline warning, excuse me, on Taylor County here. Could be the call, but 1st down and 10 for NFC. So both these teams on their first drive able to move it out of their own territory, pick up some good yardage, and NFC approaching midfield. So this is a lot of what we'll see. 3-4 wide and a halfback. Here comes Leon Washington Jr. on the motion. Handoff will be to him. Oh, he fakes the double reverse to Traylon Ray. Keeps it plunges forward over midfield. Good pick of about 6 by LWJ there, Chris.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Andrew. That nearly tricked me. That was a really good run by Leon Washington.
Absolutely. Waiting for that double reverse here. So able to get into enemy territory is NFC, of course, in all white, black helmets going left to right. Black numerals and the red piping on those jerseys here for NFC. Snap goes into the ground. Here comes the pressure for Taylor County. And a monster bring down. Great rush there by Taylor County and able to get home. Tori Johnson, the senior outside linebacker. Big old lick on JP Pickles.
That was an amazing hit. That's Taylor County defensive football right there. Welcome to Perry, Florida.
There you go. There you go. That'll get the crowd going here as they're starting to file in a little bit here, Chris. Some late arrivals, but I'm liking the turnout here. 4 wide trips left here for NFC as Pickles looks back to the sideline. The back is Major right the second. Pickles will flop him from left to right. 3rd down and long. They're going to need the full 10 here, Chris. Have to get to the 44 of Taylor County. NFC back on their own side of the football field. Pressure coming from Taylor County. They bring 6. Going deep, and it's intercepted on the far side. Just inside the 30-yard line. A monster takeaway. And Taylor County with the first one on the board. It's Kingston Williams, the sophomore cornerback, Chris, and that's a theme. You're going to see a lot of sophomores in key positions here for Taylor County. Oh, dangerous for the rest of the Big Bend. This is a young team on the rise.
Yes, very, very young team. You know, like this Taylor County squad had to, like, you know, pretty much start from the ground. But, like, this team has definitely showed a lot of poise. And as you just saw, a huge interception to regain the momentum for the Taylor County Bulldogs.
Absolutely. When you get a former collegiate defensive player, you know, he's going to make a mark with his team on defense, Chris. No doubt about that. Part of the name of the game for Coach Metcalf here, but just a beautiful ball location, able to high point that one and take it away, man. They got it going. So 2:25 here to go in this opening quarter of action. Taylor County now second crack at it with the football. We're still scoreless, of course, but the big INT for Williams. See how that looms. A little handoff coming left-hand side, still rushing. They're going to need the whole flock to bring him down, wow. Chris. My goodness, wow. 16 yards on the carry.
Wow, that is how you fight. That is how you fight. What an amazing run. Amazing run.
Off to the left here, of course. Keep on trucking, man. Taylor County going to be physical. Love running that football, man, and NFC going to go get that one. Got to get that one. If that's what we're going to see, it's going to be a long night here for NFC on defense. But just a great physical run, and that, in a snapshot, is what Taylor County is all about in the Metcalf regime.
Yeah, that's the run and pound that we are definitely used to seeing from Taylor County.
How about the little flip out here, shaking through a tackle, second man on the scene. Slide through there. That's Caden Collier. We talked about the playmaker, of course, on the kick return unit. He gets sprinkled in here as well. A little pitch out, little variety going here offensively for Taylor County. It looks like this is a full playbook. Like you know, this is we're reading in color now, or it's no longer black and white here for Taylor County.
Yeah, and like going up against a really good team like NFC, I think you have to do that. You know, like NFC is definitely capable of, like, you know, shutting down the run, shutting down the passing game. They like, you know, Taylor County is definitely doing a really good job showing diversity within their offensive schemes.
Absolutely. So, of course, the penalty on NFC here. They're going to move this one forward. So, still a first down. It's a first down and 2. An odd sight that you don't often see here. And Hamilton dropping back, wants to go deep, looking near sideline. Oh, penalty flag coming in late. Zion Perrette in coverage, also in the area, O.J. Vaughn Jr. for NFC. I believe it was Tracy Abercrombie in the area here for Taylor County, the intended receiver. Pass interference against the Eagles.
And definitely a lot of penalties for the first quarter.
Mm-hmm. Of course, as we're getting ready to coming up on just a little bit of time remaining here in this opening quarter, as you said, Chris. 1:12 on the clock here. 1st and 10 for Taylor County after the penalty. Hamilton, quick hitter to J.J. Clayton. Of course, you've got Jaquan Clayton, who's number 8, the big running back, and then J.J. Clayton out there on the perimeter, speedy wide receiver here for Taylor County. Of course, coming into this one, Clayton, 2 receiving touchdowns, leading the squad. Just 4 receptions, but for 96 yards, Chris.
Wow.
So those numbers, you usually have a wide out with some speed on there in the perimeter. So we're going to go 3 wide here to the left. 1 split out wide to the right. Sidecar left is Jackson. Zachary Jackson, first rush we've seen from him, sliding through traffic on 2nd and long. And a good little surge for there for Zachary Jackson. So it puts them in a very manageable situation. Once again, playbook open here for the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of a dangerous area of the field here, too. Because, you know, in potentially 4-down territory, you could think about taking a shot. And as we say that, that's all we got here for the first quarter. So a scoreless opening frame here for the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Taylor County 0, NFC 0. Come back on the other side of the break.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
All right, and we're getting ready for quarter number 2, Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Andrew Duke, Chris Lucas bringing you the action here from Perry, Florida. And an exciting one, 0-0, but no shortage of action, Chris. Both teams able to move the ball offensively. Taylor County with the takeaway from NFC. And Taylor County, this is only their 2nd possession of the ball game. But, of course, running a lot of clock with this run game, keep it in bounds. And they're on the fringe of the red zone, but a big 3rd down conversion here. Penalty flag on the field over there on the far side. And an offside on NFC. So for the 2nd time this game, a 3rd down conversion here for Taylor County. Didn't even have to snap the ball, Chris.
Yeah, like NFC is going to work on discipline. A lot of penalties this early in the game for the NFC defense. They got to do something about that.
So it'll move Taylor County into the red zone for the first time today here. Still 12 minutes on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. Of course, yet to get things rolling here. And there's a snap. Hamilton, pump fake, and now he wants to go corner of the end zone. Oh, man, beautiful deflection by Perrette. He was looking there for the man with the interception, Kingston Williams. But Zion Perrette with a beautiful knockaway to prevent the completion on that one. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 here. And that's just a case of athleticism going up and getting it, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, welcome to Florida. I mean, no surprise here. They got some really good, athletes in the North Florida region.
Because Hamilton dropped that in a catchable range.
Oh, yeah.
If he doesn't do that, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
I've got confidence that Williams catches that. That's 6-0 Bulldogs. Clayton.
Running hard.
Initial contact, and that's a theme. It doesn't look like Clayton's going down on first contact here, Chris.
Oh, yeah, you arguably need the entire defense to, bring this guy down.
So there is a penalty flag on the play, and it's holding offensively from Taylor County. So, of course, 10-yard spot foul. So depend on where they said this one is called. Looks like on the left side of that formation, the way Clayton was headed. So they're going to back this one up all the way out to the 27-yard line. So, of course, the first yard line to get is the 9, Chris. So it's going to be quite a hike.
Yeah, but so far the football gods has been on their side so far. So we'll see if they can find a way to convert, this drive.
Absolutely. It's actually 28-yard line. My mistake. So they need 19 to convert here. Only second down, though. So have a couple downs to work with here in the early going. Hand off here, coming near side. Good wrap there in the backfield. It's going to be a tackle for loss. Surging through O.J. Vaughn Jr. Another good play defensively, this time in the backfield of Taylor County for NFC.
Yeah, definitely much needed for the Eagles. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. Very tough task for Taylor County. We'll see what happens on this next down.
So it's going to be end up loss of about 5 there to back this one up to the 34. Once again, needing to get to the 9-yard line. So a full 25 yards needed to move the chains here for Taylor County, like you said, for this big 3rd down. 3 wide receivers to the left. It's going to be Clayton over there on the far side with Jackson and McCoy. One receiver here near side is Williams, but we have a pre-snap penalty, and it will be a delay of game on Taylor County. So a little salt in the wound, 5 more yards for Taylor, and so it's going to be a full 30 as they are from the 39. They need to get to the 9 here to move the chains.
Yeah, a lot of yellow flags has been thrown of, this game. We'll see what happens on this next down.
3 wide receivers are going to keep the same formation, but they're going to go 5 wide. Here near side, it's going to be Williams and Collier going Thomas Train formation here. Hamilton over the middle, looking for Williams. And once again, Perrette, the man on the scene, getting tested here early. And Perrette with a couple great plays for NFC here. Defensively, the junior getting his money's worth, 4th down and long. It looks like the punting formation led by Macon Folsom. Just a freshman in here to punt it away for Taylor County.
Yeah, then for the return team, you got Leon Washington and Traylon Ray in the backfield.
Oof. And that was a topic of interest. Actually saw NFC earlier this season, Chris, when they played Leon, and that was a high priority. Keep it away from the guys in the return game. And those are 2 of the most dangerous athletes. Oh, nice little corner kick here with a little bit of side spin. An absolute beauty from the freshman.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Great kick.
Fantastic.
Great punt.
And it's going to mark it exactly at the 10-yard line. NFC will take over. Of course, we're in the second quarter of action, still scoreless. I promise you our scoreboard is accurate. 0-0 the score line. Who thought we were going to get a little defensive battle here? A little takeaway from Taylor County, a little stop here from NFC. This is now the second possession offensively for NFC. Both teams having the football twice now on offense.
Yeah, hard to believe it's only the second one, and we're already in the second quarter.
Absolutely rolling. Of course, NFC, a team averaging 33 points per game. Throw over the middle, Leon Washington Jr. A little bit of real estate for LWJ. Outside the numbers, 30, 35, 40. Oh, with the cutback. Absolutely filthy midfield. And he's down. A huge pickup for Leon Washington. Finally tripped up around midfield. I believe it was Zachary Jackson, or it might have been Kingston Williams, the man who intercepted the ball earlier today. But Chris, my goodness, dude.
Was that Leon Washington or was that Tyreek Hill? I mean, that was so much speed on that play. Huge play for Norfolk Christian Eagles. We'll see if they can keep this momentum going.
And he thought it was going to be a 30-yard game, but then he pulls a Reggie Bush over there on the far sideline, gets him with the run by Chris, and then he says, no, I'm going to go pick up 10 more. Huge gain for LWJ. Option out here to the far side. Pickles and Gainer. Taylor County all over it. Good tackle for a loss as they force them back to midfield. And you feel the big play. The intensity ratcheted up a little bit here from Dorset Stadium, Chris. 2nd down and long now here for NFC after a 3-yard loss. Good pursuit there. Taylor County stretching that one out, not letting them to get north-south.
Yeah.
We got a little update. Chris, what you got? Score update. Spill it, dude.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, Rickers is up 14-7 against Gabi in the second quarter.
Pickles, quick hitter to Traylon Ray. He's got a little dressing room out there of blockers to give him some real estate. First down and then some, just inside the 35. And, of course, the big 4-star wide receiver getting some love over there on the far side. Traylon Ray, we brought him up earlier here, Chris. Recently dropped his top 3. Obviously a lot of Power 5 offers. Who wouldn't want a piece of Traylon Ray? Try to convince him, hey, you got to come to campus. You got to check it out. West Virginia, Tennessee, Mississippi State, top 3 for young Traylon.
Oh yeah, but both all really good schools. And, wherever, Traylon Ray picks, they are definitely, going to have a really good time with him.
Gainer, rush up the middle. Good little chunk by Ashton. About 9 on the pickup. A first down, going to set up a second down and short. He's going to sub out, and Leon Washington Jr. going to come back onto the field here for him. As we once again get it rolling, but it'll be Major Hart, the second sidecar left of Pickles. 4 wide, and it's going to be a keeper. Pickles wants to come near side. Can they seal the edge? He slips inside the 20. Good tackle by Jaquan Clayton in the open field, but enough for Pickles to move the chains NFC into the red zone once again.
Yeah, that was definitely a really good run. And like you said, they are in the red zone.
A red zone for the first time. My mistake. It's not again. First time in the red zone tonight. It was just that side of the field. I know Taylor County got in there deep on this side of the field, but obviously flipping at the change of the quarters, as is the nature of the rules of football. So 2 receivers each way. Major Hart, sidecar left. Here comes Leon Washington Jr. on the motion. Give us to him. There's the double reverse we were looking for earlier. Chris Traylon Ray coming near side. Blockers into the end zone. And it's a 17-yard touchdown scamper for the 4-star wideout. And it took us an entire quarter and then some. But put it on the board for NFC, Chris. Just 4 minutes in to the second quarter. Traylon Ray with a rushing touchdown for the Eagles.
Yeah, Traylon Ray and Leon Washington, an amazing duo for the touchdown. Really good play, and we'll see if Ethan Fisher can convert this extra point.
There you go. As, of course, we thought they fooled us earlier. This time they went the other way there, Chris, and decided to hand it off. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So like that, NFC 7, Taylor County nothing. We're going to jump out for a quick commercial break here on the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling. United by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
And back here for the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Andrew Drew, Chris Lucas bringing you the action here today. As you can see, NFC on the board, 7-0. It's a 17-yard Traylon Ray. Yeah, that's right. It's a rushing touchdown for the 4-star wide receiver. And they have the advantage here in the second after a scoreless quarter number 1. We're getting ready here for the kickoff. But, Chris, we got some score updates here. I'll go ahead and lead us through them. Madison County trails Columbia 7-0 down in Lake City. Baker Jefferson 0-0. Charles Niceville 0-0. Rickards leads Gabi 14-7. So a couple scores there in second quarter down there. Gene Cox Stadium. Florida High leads Gadsden 7-0. And no scores being reported anywhere else, but we'll make sure to keep you posted. Off and away, Fisher gives the blast there, and this one's going to be returned deep. Taylor County trying to find a crease. It's J.J. Clayton. A good tackle in space there by Zion Perrette. And he's putting together a little bit of a game here, Chris.
Yeah, he's definitely been looking really good tonight. And I also want to update you again with Gabi and Rickards. Rickards just scored again, so it's 20-7 now.
Rickards getting it rolling.
Yes.
Winters, Laws, and the boys. They're getting healthy, man. Dangerous club, win healthy. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
So just under 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Taylor County taking over. We'll take the offense back onto the field, trailing for the first time here today. Of course, with the first score, it's not hard to do that for the first time here. Hamilton and the boys from Taylor County. Clayton following the blockers. Going centrally, 4 or 5 yards, it looks like, on the rush. Split the difference. 1st and 10, now 2nd and 5. And Clayton continues to impress. Of course, coming into this one, according to Max Preps, only 172 yards and a touchdown. The way this one's going, he could get up there just tonight, man,
yeah.
if he keeps pace. If he keeps pace. Hamilton out of the shotgun once again. High snap, he's able to field it. Clayton following the blockers once again, liking the right side of that line. Oh, it looks like he might have been on top of an NFC player. He keeps fighting, but it looks like he was marked down. I believe it was the tackle by Major Hart II, but they'll be able to push this one forward to the 34. So extra yards grinding it out, dude.
Yeah,
3rd and short.
Yeah, like when it comes to this run game, these guys, they just don't know when to start. They don't know when to quit. Like, these guys do an amazing job when it comes to the run game.
In a good way. High snap once again, and having to go back and dive on it. It was a wildcat formation. Running back Zachary Jackson was in there to take the snap, and a little bit of a high one, so 4th down. And it looks like a punting unit is going to come on to the football field. Or at least so we thought. We're looking for Folsom, number 13. Oh, yep. Can't have the punting unit without the punter. Folsom coming on to the field here, the freshman. He had a beautiful directional punt his last time out. Nice boot to put it at the 10-yard line, but he's way out deep in his own territory. He's going to have to go rugby style, just barely gets it off, and oh, it turns into a pretty good one given the circumstances. It'll roll out of play, 10, 20, 35-yard punt, which is just about Folsom's average, Chris. Of course, coming into this one, averaging 37.3 yards per punt. And NFC going to break it out here for the offensive possession. Their 3rd possession, of course, fresh off the score. But, Chris, like we said, let's go around the bend, man. Let's reset those scores a little bit, see if we got any of those updates. Spill the beans for us, Chris. What do we got, man? Take us down the list.
Yeah, right now, Florida High only up 7-0 against Gaston County. Gaston County holding their own, you know, so far early in the first half. And then, of course, Columbia is still up 7-0 in the second quarter. Gabi down 21-7 against Rickards. So we'll see how those games progress. And, yeah, like a lot of good football going on so far.
Absolutely. Of course, a lot of those games in the Central Time Zone, so they will be starting an hour later. You know, those games in conversation. Of course, the Niceville Childs. You talk about the Niceville Childs, as well as the Mosley Leon, and a couple of other of those games that are going on Central Time Zone. Of course, the one north of the border up in Georgia, I believe, is having a late start as well. So even though we started 7:30, it feels like we're one of the early games getting going here, Chris.
Yeah.
As J.P. Pickles on the quarterback keeper, he's going down the near side, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And the junior cashes in for 59 yards for J.P. Pickles on the ground. My goodness, how about your quarterback with little wheels, Chris? 59 yards.
Giving me some RG3 action right there. That was an amazing run by J.P. Pickles. And right now, the NFC Eagles are up 13-0. Ethan Richard looking to make 14-0 Eagles.
And, man, of course, NFC living on the big plays here early, Chris. You talked about the previous drive, the big Leon Washington Jr. play. And now, of course, a 59-yarder, and that'll make a quick drive there when it just takes a couple plays. 14-0, your new scoreline. NFC on top of Taylor here midway through the second quarter. Come right on back on the other side of the break.
Remember to always stop for stop school buses. We want to make it to our school buses safely.
And back here from Taylor County, Perry, Florida. Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. If you're just joining us, you missed a monster touchdown rush by J.P. Pickles. 59 yards. Add that one to the highlight reel for the junior. Second touchdown here for NFC tonight, 14-0. We went scoreless through the first quarter, Chris, but 2 scores for NFC, 2 possession advantage here, Big Dog.
Yeah, the momentum is definitely all on North Florida Christian's side. We'll see if Taylor County has anything to respond left.
So here you go, kick to the far side by Fisher. Coming near side's J.J. Clayton on the return. Over the 25, takes a hurdle over the 30. He's driven back. A good aerial tackle there by Righteous Turnquist. How do you like him going skyward on that one, Chris? That was wild. Good day return for Clayton. He's definitely a speedster. He takes it all the way from the far side, comes all the way near side. Here, try to hit that crease. Yeah. Not only a confident man, but a man confident in his own speed. That was impressive. Puts team in pretty good field position, too. Start up about the own 30. Can't complain about that.
Oh, yeah.
About the 28, Chris. First down and 10 here for Taylor County. 4 wide, 3 of them to the left. Quick hitter. Hamilton, and is that a backwards pass? And no, it's just going to be incomplete. So set up a second down and long here for Taylor County. Looking for Kingston Williams there. The wideout. Of course, the big interception for Williams, keeping NFC off the board in their first drive. And that one's looming large here, Chris, because you wonder if NFC would have scored their first drive, obviously scoring on their second and third possessions. You know, this could be a little bit of a different look ball game. So,
yeah.
But that was just a great high point from Williams on that takeaway.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen these DBs on both sides. We talk about the play by Perrette really showing out. Here comes Jaquan Clayton. Can't mess around with this one. Full head of steam. Midfield is where he gets first contact. All the way down to the 40. A monster rush by Jaquan Clayton. Give him 30 for the big bruiser.
Oh, yeah. Just what the doctor ordered. Much needed for the Taylor County Bulldogs for 1st and 10. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going.
It was like the Red Seas parting out there, man. Split the difference, and he was not touched until he's 20 yards down the field. Fantastic pickup, just what Taylor County needed, and more importantly, Chris, a jump start to this atmosphere, because now the crowd can get back into it here for Taylor County, and you start to feel that a little bit. Want to go back to Williams. Great open field tackle. Once again, O.J. Vaughn Jr. We keep seeing that 27 pop up. That's just a good straight-up football play right there, man.
Oh,
go get your man in open field. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Gain of 1 on the play. Second down here and long for NFC. Taylor County's going to take a little time off the clock here. Of course, we're now under 5 minutes to go before halftime. Taylor County did receive first for the record, so NFC will get it to start the second half. And here comes Clayton coming here near side. NFC, couple Eagles in on the mix. Major Hart the second. Also the big lineman, Gage Runyon, the senior defensive lineman coming in there. Joey Irvin, the sack machine coming in late. Chris?
Yeah, and NFC's defense really starting to build up. Now it's 3rd down. I'm hearing to hold that line on the other side of the field. Let's see if they can do it on this third down.
So 44-yard line. Taylor County needs to get to the 33-yard line. So it looks like a soft 11, hard 10, Chris, that they need to get here to keep things rolling here for Taylor County. Shotgun set, sidecar right. Here is Clayton stepping into it. Hamilton wants to go deep down that far sideline. Oh, that's the danger zone. It's Traylon Ray with the takeaway. And we've seen some good defensive back plays, and the 4-star, man, rips it out of the sky, and that's typically a no-fly zone when number 6 is in the area, Chris.
Oh, yeah, no-fly zone, and then, like, offensively, like, he just can't be touched. Man, I mean, Traylon Ray, what can he not do? This guy is an amazing athlete. Let's see if NFC can keep this momentum going. Taylor County, they got to find a way to, shut this down before halftime.
Absolutely. See if they can try to lock this up because, like we said, NFC will be getting the ball back to start the second half, Chris. So imperative that Taylor County limits the damage here. But they have NFC pinned deep, Chris. So we'll see what they get there. They have to start their operations from about their own 8-yard line. Of course, fresh off that big touchdown rush here was the NFC offense. So Pickle's going to bootleg to the right here. Quick hitter in space, Leon Washington. He's a dangerous man with real estate. Oh, he splits the defenders. 40, 50, 40,
Goodbye.
35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Leon Washington, 92 yards, Chris.
Oh, my gosh. What a run. What a run. NFC is starting to pour it on Taylor County. 20-0 Eagles.
My goodness, impressive split of the defense there by Leon Washington Jr. And just like that, he was off and rolling, Chris. Does that look like some track star form going down the near side?
Oh, yeah. That was amazing form. Oh, yeah, that was really good.
And so coming in is going to be Fisher. Try to tack on the PAT. Is NFC here lately, Chris, putting together a little bit of a highlight reel. 2 very long touchdown scores from the visiting Eagles. And the difference is now 3 scores. Fisher trying to make it a clean 21 for NFC. He's hit his 2 previous PATs. And the third one is off the upright, no good. So we'll stay at 20. We're going to jump out for a quick commercial break here at the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Come right on back.
Hello, my name is Frank Lavalio with Security Financial Management. For the last 35 years, we've been helping formulate tax-efficient retirement income plans. Many of our clients are extremely concerned with increasing federal debt and that taxes could go up significantly. Call today for your no-obligation complimentary consultation. We have the specific tools to help you develop your own tax-efficient retirement income plan.
And welcome back to the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. NFC living on the big plays. Touchdowns of both 59 and 92 yards here for NFC. A monster second quarter for the Eagles, Chris.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like all the track practices has been paying off because, like, one thing that they do at NFC, they make everybody run track over there. So like, the speed is definitely showing off for the Eagles tonight.
Kickoff on the way here. Fisher going deep. This was going to be picked up once again. Coming near side. This time it's Collier. 25, 26-yard line. He's dropped by Joey Irving, the senior linebacker. And so it looks like Taylor County is going to start about the 26-27 here on this one. And so Taylor County looking for a response here, Chris. This is a big sequence.
Oh, yeah, definitely a big possession right here. Definitely need something to happen before the end of the first half.
Absolutely. Because if you get one here, Chris, you can still push this back to a 2-possession game before halftime.
Yes.
And that's not ideal, but you don't mind sitting with that here. Keeping the team within arm's reach. As a rush here, Clayton trying to go down Main Street. Short gain. Looks like about a gain of 1 for Traquan Clayton towards the middle of the field there, going back to his left. And so a timeout here by NFC. So Coach Hill wants to preserve the old clock here. Chris, he says 20 isn't enough, boys.
Yeah, and I also want to get some score updates.
Oh, get him in there, Chris. Let's go around the bend. What do we got, big dog?
Yeah, Florida High is up 14-0 against Gaston County in the second quarter, and Columbia is up 14-0 against Madison County. Baker holding off Jefferson County in the second quarter 14-0. Yep, and that's what we're looking at so far. And you've got the Florida State Seminoles playing tonight.
Look out.
Yeah, like they are tied 14-14 in the first quarter against Louisville.
Oh, dang, Chris. We're missing on the – I mean, we're getting a thriller out here, but, of course, missing my Knowles so far, but have to catch that one on the radio on the way home. Of course, if you're looking for some action, some score updates from the Big Bend, make sure to tune in to the Twitter space. Check out VSN Tallahassee. We're going to retweet the link there. We'll be teaming up. Of course, VSN Tallahassee, Andrew Jupe here, Chris Lucas from Big Bend Area Football Talk, and then, of course, Jack Williams, prep writer of Big Bend Preps, going to be hosting a little space just to talk some Big Bend action, what we saw, what we liked, what was going on. We have people, connections throughout the area here today, Chris, so we're going to get a big coverage, a lot of eyes on a lot of our area games, and this is kind of a movement week.
Oh, yeah.
As we start to either team starting district play or getting ready for district play, you know, kind of that mid to late September, this is where teams going into form, and you can start to see who's for real, who's building for next year.
Yeah.
Hamilton loading up, wants to go deep, taking a shot, looking for J.J. Clayton into double coverage. Zion Perret and Ashton Gaynor there defensively to make sure that one does not get through to the speedy junior J.J. Clayton. And so with the incomplete pass here for Taylor County, it's going to set up a 3rd and short. All right, Chris, don't often do this. Put on the headset, offensive coordinator, for me, man. What do you like to see here? 3rd and moderate. Do you think about maybe going for it on 4th down if you get maybe 3-4 yards on this one? Or you got to play conservative backed up?
I feel like you play conservative, like just because of the explosive plays that you've seen from NFC. Like, you know, you just like want to get through this first half, regroup, and get ready for the second half.
Good play. Talk about explosiveness. Zachary Jackson, a big playmaker. Sophomore, able to get the reception, able to move the chains there for Taylor County.
Yeah, that's good news for Taylor County. Get to live for another 4 set of downs.
Mm-hmm.
With just over 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
And it looks like NFC stopping the clock again. So the visitors taking their 2nd timeout. So I believe NFC's down to 1. And then I think Taylor County still has the full set, I believe, Chris.
Yeah.
Interesting. You think NFC thinks they're going to get another possession out of this one?
I think they are hoping for it, you know, hoping they can get, like, you know, at least something before the end of the first half. Like, we'll see. New set of downs for Taylor County, though.
Interesting gamble here. We'll see if it pays off for Coach Hill. He's been getting it going so far, so I'm in no position to second guess him, Chris. I'll tell you that much. There's a reason why I'm up here and not down there. And we'll leave it at that. Taylor County coming back on. They're going to go 4 wide. Little trips to the right here. Hand off to Clayton. He's going to go from far side to near side. Makes a man miss. 45. Drawing defenders over midfield to the 45. And how about it? Clayton with another monster rush. 17 for Jaquan Clayton.
Oh, yeah, definitely a good run by Clayton. This is where a 2-minute drill comes in. Let's see if, Taylor County can find a way to get into the end zone.
Absolutely, and I mean, with that big rush he had in the first half and a couple big chunk yards, you got to think Jaquan's creeping up on 100 for the game here in just the first half. And this is a little bit of an interesting isolation. Kingston Williams over on the far side. He's ISO with Traylon Ray over 3 wide receivers. Oh, good route tree here. Oh, Zachary Jackson almost getting the puppies inbounds. Did a good job to high point that one and catch the football, but a little too tall there for the 5'8" sophomore to get the old tippy toes down there. Just missed a couple blades of grass. Incomplete here on the near sideline.
Yeah, but a tad too short, but the right side, the clock stops. So
this is true. 2nd down and 10 here. Middle of the field, 47-yard line. Of course, need to get to the 37, of course. But Taylor County, with the full slate of timeouts, like we talked about, Chris, plenty of time to try to get something before halftime, just under 2 minutes to go. So a little Thomas the Train formation going here. J.J. Clayton, he's going to be trailing McCoy. Bootleg, Hamilton wants to load up. He's feeling the pressure as NFC brought 5 on the rush there, collapsing on young Hamilton. He's able to get the pass off, but it'll be incomplete there for Taylor County. And that one's just a product of the pressure there, Chris.
Yeah, and we'll give you an update. Gobby just scored a touchdown, so it's 21-13 in the second quarter.
Okay.
Rickers leading.
Fun one. Back to a single-score game there in the big rivalry. Of course, you got to get those playoff points, Chris.
Yes.
Of course, Rickards in that district with Lincoln. Gobby in the district with Florida High. You know?
Yes, Florida High and Wakulla.
That's true. So just in case you can't win that district, you got to have a backup plan.
Yes.
But right here from Taylor County. Snap on the way here from Hamilton. Pressure from behind. Joey Irvin forces the fumble. Who's on top of it?
Looks like Taylor County got the ball. We'll see what they decide. It looked Taylor County got it back. Yeah, but
it looks like referee holding up the fist in the air, so it is a 4th down here for Taylor County. So it does look like the gamble has paid off for Coach Hill.
1:27 left in the second quarter, so definitely plenty of time for NFC to, try to do a little something before the end of the second quarter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, of course, it looks like we have a timeout. So we're going to take one with them right here. Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week.
We're all trying to get somewhere. But no matter what, no matter where we're going, we never forget what matters most.
All right, Chris, looks like we got another update. What do we got, man? Score on the road back in Tallahassee.
Yeah, Rickers just scored again. It's 28-13. A good offensive battle between the two schools.
Absolutely. Going at it. Big rivalry game back there. Back to Perry, Florida, 4th down and long here. 1:27 to go before halftime. Folsom, the freshman, on to give it a boot. Skips in the snap, bringing the pressure. And it looks like a tip on the punter, so it is not a roughing the punter situation since he did make contact with the ball, Chris. So a punt will go out of bounds. The 46-yard line in NFC territory. So we talked about the gamble, and looks like Coach Hill's gamble is going to be paying off here.
Yeah, Andrew, they're starting off in really good field position for them to, make something happen with 1:18 left in the first half.
Absolutely. So here we go, NFC off and rolling. Penalty flag on the field, though. Looks like an offside here at Taylor County. So 5 free ones here for NFC. Now they'll get into Taylor County side of the field here. 49 in Bulldog territory. So 1st and 5. Wide receivers here near side. Leon Washington Jr., Ray Daly. Snap on the way here for Pickles. Looking over to the right, over the middle. Leon Washington Jr. makes the first man miss. Second man as well. Tries to spin out of the third. Unable to do so, but he's all the way down to 26. So chunk play of 23-yard gain. The third monster pickup that we've seen from Leon Washington here tonight.
Man, Washington's playing out of his mind tonight.
Every time he touches the ball, it seems monster play. Bootleg over to the right. Looks like a broken play. Pickles just gets rid of it. Incomplete pass there for NFC. The 2nd and 10 here to go for NFC. This one from the 26-yard line. Man, you got to think Leon Washington, early nominee here for player of the game, if you're doing such things. Then also Pickles, you know, the big rushing touchdown, and he's the one that threw it to Leon.
Oh, yeah.
Though, I mean, you got to give Leon the credit for that touchdown. Pickles throwing a little 6-yard slant. Leon Washington's the one turns it into a 92-yard touchdown. Leon Washington Jr. again in space, inside, over the goal line, and it looks like he's in for 6. No penalty flags on the field. And NFC able to punch it in again. The 3rd touchdown here for Leon Washington Jr. And NFC rolling here on the road.
Yes, JP2 gives it to Washington to lay the foundation, and Washington executes it to perfection for the touchdown. An amazing display NFC is doing in the second quarter. All points in the second quarter.
Absolutely. Of course, we were 0-0. To your point, Chris, at the end of 1.
Looks like they're going for 2.
And they're going to try to even it up. They want to get back to 28. Pickles bootleg to the right. He's looking for Major Hart. The second throws in traffic. This one's going to be intercepted. And, of course, that will kill the play there. But a good takeaway. DeVary McCoy, I believe, with the takeaway. Number 5, but some good pressure defensively. Nick Wiley, trying to bring the house. So 26-0. Here the current score line after the big touchdown by Leon Washington Jr. 2nd score overall. What do you give the yardage on that one, Chris? Is it about 26 on that?
Yeah, I'd say about 26.
But he's putting in the work, man. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Leon's definitely doing an amazing job.
Of course, tries to put a late entry into that Big Bend Player of the Year conversation here, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in with 5 total touchdowns, 3 rushing, 1 receiving, 1 on a fumble recovery, and already adding 2 more here in the second quarter. He's got the last 2 touchdowns, the last 12 points here for NFC.
Yep, NFC out of all timeouts, but much worth it, you know, being up 26-0, scoring all 26 points in the second quarter.
Absolutely. So credit to Coach Hill. Took the gamble with the timeouts, got the extra offensive possession, and paid off. Kick deep here near side on the return. It looks like Collier coming back forward with Taylor County. Carrying an NFC player who got a hold of his jersey out to about the 37-38, but there is a penalty flag on the field here, Chris. So we'll have to clean up, see what we have going on. A little bit of housekeeping needed before we can get things organized, and it looks like it is on Taylor County.
Give you guys a quick score update. Florida High is now up 21-0 against Gaston County. And Jefferson County and Baker are at halftime. Baker is up 14-0 at the half.
Fast-moving one, halftime already.
Yep, and you also got Wakulla up 10-0 against Bluntstown in the second quarter right now.
Woo. So finally starting to get those scores to pour in, Chris. A little bit of a slow roll here tonight on the 16th of September. Bootleg by Hamilton. Good little pitch and catch there. Good catch by Zachary Jackson, excuse me. In the middle of the field. Are they going to call a timeout? Or are they going to keep rolling? Of course, clock will stop for the first down.
Debbie got to hurry up. Less than 25 seconds left in the second quarter.
Ball is set, so they're going to run the clock again. We're now under 20. Hamilton with 4 wide. Clayton is the tailback to his right. Hamilton wants to go deep, looking for J.J. Clayton, and this one is intercepted on the near sideline. Takeaway by Ashton Gaynor here, and no penalty flags on the field, so this one going back to NFC.
Wow, an amazing display by NFC. Taylor County look a little too desperate on that one, but, you know, when you're down 26-0, you get a little, antsy, and it looks like NFC is going to, walk away this half like with a huge lead over the Taylor County Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that one you don't mind. For Hamilton, you're going to give your guy a chance. If he catches it, all right. If he turns it over, you pretty much got 2 defensive plays. So that one's not a backbreaker, I don't think, but a tough result here. You got to make sure you seal the deal. Can't let up another one for his NFC. Going deep, looking for Ray Daly. Incomplete pass. In coverage there, Kingston Williams there for Taylor County, but NFC's not finished, Chris. They're not settling for 26, man. They're trying to go for more.
Yeah, NFC wants more. They want to pound it on the Bulldogs, and they've definitely, turn it around rapidly this second quarter versus the first quarter.
Well, all 26 points, like you said earlier, coming in this second frame. Pickles bootleg to the right, sets up the screen, looking for Gaynor. Nice hit in open space. And that's how we went into the first half. Big hit there by Jaquan Clayton. And that's how we head to the break, man. Halftime it is 26 for the Eagles. Taylor County 0. Here we're going to run some commercials at the halftime break. Come right back on the other side. We'll get you some scoring updates, recap the action, and hopefully by that point in time we're ready to go for half number 2. Here's the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week, NFC Taylor County. Andrew Jupe and Chris Lucas. Come right on back.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong, and you can affect countless people. So if you don't think about them,
you'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from Shark Tank. Protect your ankles with Prevent Sprain socks.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. We use helmets, mouth guards, shoulder pads, chest protectors, and knee, elbow, and shin pads for protection and prevention. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related, and 62% of all ankle sprains happen during practice and training. Just think about it. Very few sports can be played with an ankle injury, and it can take 1 to 3 weeks to heal, sometimes months to get back to full strength and mobility. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
What's up, sports fans? This is Bobby Allen, broadcaster for the Varsity Sports Network, and I'm here to tell you about an incredible opportunity that your business can advertise with us on the only 24/7 high school sports network. We can base any package around your budget or advertising needs, and it is unparalleled in comparison to other opportunities out there. We cover every inch of the Sunshine State with 16 channels of varsity sports coverage. Come join us in supporting these student athletes, local schools, and the local communities. Email us today at sports@varsitysportsnetwork.org or call the number below on your screen to find out how we can help you market and promote your business in the best possible way. Again, I'm Bobby Allen with the Varsity Sports Network, and we are the home of high school sports in Florida.
Horses and charter strings, we will still use breastplate every time. Make sure we're buckled and properly.
Sharing the road is everyone's responsibility. Riders, wear protective gear, make yourself visible, and follow traffic laws. Drivers, look twice for motorcycles. Use caution when changing lanes. Motorcycles may be hard to see. And maintain 4 seconds of following distance. Motorcycles can slow down without activating a brake light. Find out more ways to stay safe. Share the road, Florida, and arrive alive.
We're all trying to get somewhere. But no matter what, no matter where we're going, we never forget it. What matters most.
Sharing the road is everyone's responsibility. Riders, be seen. Wear reflective gear and use front and rear lights after dark. Drivers, when passing a bicyclist, give a minimum of 3 feet. Find out more ways to stay safe. Share the road, Florida, and arrive alive.
marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you.
Drive baked, get busted.
This August, we want you to remember to keep children safe as we return to school. Always stop school buses and obey signals for walking cars. Remain alert and do not use a cell phone in school zone. And remember, car seats and triangle restraints only work if they're used correctly every time. Have your pipe. Get your birthday on the way.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong. And you can affect countless people. So if you don't think about them,
you'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from Shark Tank. Protect your ankles with Prevent Sprain socks.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. We use helmets, mouth guards, shoulder pads, chest protectors, and knee, elbow, and shin pads for protection and prevention. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related, and 62% of all ankle sprains happen during practice and training. Just think about it. Very few sports can be played with an ankle injury, and it can take 1 to 3 weeks to heal, sometimes months to get back to full strength and mobility. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
What's up, sports fans? This is Bobby Allen, broadcaster for the Varsity Sports Network, and I'm here to tell you about an incredible opportunity that your business can advertise with us on the only 24/7 high school sports network. We can base any package around your budget or advertising needs, and it is unparalleled in comparison to other opportunities out there. We cover every inch of the Sunshine State with 16 channels of varsity sports coverage. Come join us in supporting these student athletes, local schools, and the local communities. Email us today at sports@varsitysportsnetwork.org or call the number below on your screen to find out how we can help you market and promote your business in the best possible way. Again, I'm Bobby Allen with the Varsity Sports Network, and we are the home of high school sports in Florida.
Horses and child restraints only work if they're used correctly every time. Make sure they're buckled and properly.
All right, and we're back here for the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Andrew Jupman, Chris Lucas from Big Bend Area Football Talk here at the halftime break. A band, a nice little serenade here at Taylor County. Chris, but the story of the game so far has been the big plays from the Eagles, man. I guess general thoughts, what'd you think?
Yeah, despite, the multiple penalties on North Florida Christian side, the big, thing is explosive plays that's been able for the North Florida Christian Eagles to be up 26-0. It's surprising that, they were able to score all 26 points in the second quarter. But yeah, Leon Washington, Traylon Ray, and JB Pickles, they are just playing lights out football right now.
Absolutely, yeah, your big three. So if you're just joining us coming in here for the second half, let's reset it. A little back and forth here, NFC in the first quarter. Of course, Taylor County going deep, and then NFC responding. A nice takeaway from Taylor County, keep it at 0-0. It was interception there by Kingston Williams. So we go all the first 12 minutes, no scores on the board. All of a sudden, scoring explosion here from NFC, living on the big plays. Of course, Traylon Ray, 17-yard rushing touchdown, gets us to 7-0 with a successful Ethan Fisher extra point. JP Pickles then followed that up just a couple drives later, 59-yard rushing touchdown. Get it in, extra point also good from Fisher. And then drive after that, this is when the wave started to really roll. Leon Washington with probably the play of the game here, Chris. 92-yard touchdown reception, just taking a quick slant and just rolling, making people miss and just doing some incredible things. And then the capper was a Leon Washington, about 26-yard touchdown reception here. So unsuccessful conversions on both of those, which is why you have the 26-0 score line here, Chris. But no shortage of action, my man.
Yeah, and although Taylor kind of has not scored, so far in this game, they've definitely shown a lot of potential that they can definitely make something happen with Clayton running the ball. He is definitely done a really good job. It seemed like the NFC defense they had a hard time trying to take them down. But we'll see what kind of adjustments both teams have made going into the second half.
Absolutely. So, of course, Chris, as we love to do here while we have the opportunity, we're going to try to go around the bend real quick. My man, I know we're closing up on halftime, concluding here shortly. But what are we thinking here? Let's get some scores from outside the area. We got some exciting games. Obviously, the final yesterday, Bartram Trail taking down Lincoln. But what else is going on at the moment?
Yeah, right now, Riggers is dominating over Godby, 38-13 at the half. And then you also got Florida High up 28-0 at halftime. Madison County down 14-0 against Columbia at half. Mosley, handing it to Leon 28-0 in the second quarter. Wakulla is beating Bluntstown 16-0 in the second quarter. And it looks like Niceville is up 21-11 over Childs in the first quarter. And then you even got in the college football world, the Florida State Seminoles are tied with the Louisville Cardinals 14-14, 70-44 left in the second quarter. So a lot of football being played right now.
Absolutely. Everybody getting in on the mix here, Chris. Yeah, great update. And, of course, it's not just the high school boys tonight. Louisville trying to steal some valor, scheduling Friday night games. Chris, I thought that was illegal. No Friday night games here in the South, man. What is that?
Yeah, but Florida State is, they're playing pretty good. I mean, a lot of like, hope, after that huge win against LSU, a couple weeks ago. Now that they're playing pretty good against Louisville right now. But like Jefferson County, they just scored a touchdown against Baker.
Oh.
Yes, it is 14-6 right now in the third quarter. So we'll see what Jefferson County can do.
How about it? Absolutely, absolutely. So how about Jeffco bouncing back? Any score updates? We got the DRS score line. I know it's of interest. DRS on the road at Bronson.
No, I do not see anything yet on the thing. Do you have anything on your end, Andrew?
Yeah, let's try to bring it up so we can get going. Of course, DRS trying to break the winless streak, Chris, here. Of course, in our little pick'em we did midweek, both of us believe in the Rattlers here this week. Not that we don't believe in them regularly, but we're like, this is one we feel like the Rattlers can go and get. Of course, DRS trying to break a 715-day winless streak going against Bronson, the Broncos. So let's blast in score stream, see if we can get any updates here. Yours definitely seems to be updating better than mine is, but let me see. Can we get DRS? What do we have? I'm not seeing a listing here. Maybe if we search it. Of course, our buddies at ScoreStream, we're trying to get this one down. Of course, no score being reported is the official indicator. So it looks like they aren't keeping up there, but we will try to keep you updated. We'll have an attempt to get the game out on Max Preps here, see if we can't get provided with a scoring update. And yeah, it looks like no score is being reported there either. So unfortunately, we're in the dark. So if you do know somebody out at that FAMU DRS game and you got the know-how, hit us up at VSN Tallahassee on all social media. We'd love to be educated by you here and learn something, see what's going on. But, of course, rooting for our baby Rattlers there on the road. But we're getting ready for half number 2 here, Chris.
Yeah. Like we'll see who made the better adjustments in the second half. Like that's gonna be like the very critical thing. That I'm looking forward to seeing as we go into the second half. Yep, and also I think like out of all the scores so far, I think like the biggest surprise, I'm actually surprised that Jefferson County, is only down by 8 against Baker because, Baker plays pretty good football, in the 1R, classification. Like, they're usually, right up there with Mazet County, when it comes to, that specific, classification. So we'll see if Jefferson County can, pull off the upset.
There you go. Our boys are on the rebound, man. Sooner or later, Jefferson County going to get up eventually. That's a historic program, especially in the smaller classifications. Wasn't too long ago, Jefferson County with the big state championship. What was it,
2011.
2011.
Yes.
Not too long ago. Of course, a lot of football to be decided, but a very incredible atmosphere on game nights. Out there myself a couple years ago. Fantastic one. Ironically enough, featured this NFC squad. Of course, former NFC player DeAndre McCray, currently playing wide receiver at Austin P. Had the game of his life there. Just a statistical, absolutely incredible performance. he actually had more total yards than his team did.
Oh, wow.
In a statistical anomaly. Yeah, we had our statistician on top of it that night. And it was absurd, the numbers that were posted that night. And then he had a counterpart on Jefferson County. I apologize, I forget his name. Is J.B. Pickles back here in the now on second down and long, looking for Traylon Ray. This one's going to be an incomplete pass, but, Chris, a little penalty flag on the field here.
Yeah, well, touch back on, DeAndre McCray, an amazing athlete. And then, you always just wonder, after, a really good guy DeAndre McCray, graduate, is who's going to be, like that next guy? It seems like NFC always finds, a way to, find, that next guy. That's what, guys like Leon Washington and Traylon Ray is, doing right now. They are playing amazing for Norfolk Christian Eagles.
There you go. And we have a penalty here on NFC, so it's going to back him up. It's going to set up a long conversion here on second down. Looks like it back him up about 5 yards back to the 32-yard line. Need to get to the 46. So, of course, about 14 to gain here. Going to go with the 3 wide receiver look, and tight end in the middle as well. Pickles, little pressure from behind, and he's going to get out of the pocket. He's flush, trying to go near side, looking for Traylon Ray. Incomplete pass. Good coverage, good pursuit there by Taylor County on all levels. Pickles had to get out of there, but then once he broke the pocket, nobody was open down the field.
Yeah, so far I'm really liking this pressure that Taylor County is putting out there.
The number of personnel getting swapped around, but it looks like there's a penalty flag in the middle of the field about the first down marker.
I feel like that we can't go one play without a penalty.
Seems that way at points. And so this one's going to be moved up here back to the 42-yard line. Did not see the official indication, but it was on Taylor County. So it'll be a second down and 4 to go here for NFC. So that's a stark contrast. Pick up about 10 yards on the penalty when it's all said and done. This one's going to be a handoff to Ashton Gaynor. He's going to go to the left side of the formation, finds a crease over midfield, enough for the first down. He's dropped right about the 46-ish yard line. Or they're going to pull it back to the, looks like more of the 48. My mistake, but still off and rolling here for NFC, trying to pick up where they left off. Sidecar left to Pickles is Major Hart the second. Ray Daly all by himself over there, far left side, wide out. Traylon Ray, Leon Washington here near side. Tight end Josh Schutz in the middle off right. Pickles wants to do this one on his own. Great open field tackle. Fantastic. Is that Jaquan Clayton, number 8? And it looks to be so. Fantastic job in the open field, chopping down Pickles. And a deceivingly elusive Pickles, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, Taylor County, Deppy did a very critical tackle there. Otherwise, he would have been off for the races had he, got past him.
Not too long ago, he ripped off that 59-yarder, my man.
Yeah.
Quick hitter, looking for Major Hart the second. Incomplete pass. So, a big turn of events. How huge is that tackle? Now sets up a third down and long. NFC 3rd and 8. Need to get to the 37-yard line here. Taylor County, an opportunity, Chris, to get a big stop to start the second half, which would be much needed here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's absolutely much needed. We'll see if they can, hold off NFC for this third down.
Crowd's getting a little loud. They're feeling it. They were able to catch their breath and regroup at halftime. 3rd and 8. It's a big one. Pickles bootleg near side. Delivery looking for Traylon Ray. Incomplete pass on the near sideline. He was guarded closely there by Caden Collier. And it'll be 4th down here for NFC. And it looks like they're going to bring on the punting unit. So huge stop there for the Bulldogs.
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time NFC is punting tonight.
Yeah, that I can recall. I think you're right, Chris. Yeah. Gavin Myers looking to blast it away. Yeah, because the first possession they had the interception by Williams. So, yeah, I think you're right, man. So, of course, a 5'9 junior getting ready to give it a ride here. Of course, one man back to return. I believe it's Collier. Oh, Taylor County gets it blocked. Bringing the pressure. A fantastic rush. Nick Wiley getting in there in the mix. Kamari Jackson will come away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Calvin Washington Jr. in the mix as well. Taylor County, 3 that broke through, and that's huge for the Bulldogs.
Yes, much needed for the Taylor County Bulldogs. The Taylor County fans are on their feet now. Let's see if the offense can get this momentum going as they are already on the NFC side of the field.
There you go. Absolutely. To your point, Chris, fantastic field position to start things off. So, you start checking the boxes, right? Because there's no 26-point play. You got to do the little things. Defense did their job. How does the offense pay it off here on the other end? It's going to be a handoff in traffic. Jaquan Clayton, he's met well by the NFC defensive front. Jocelyn back there. Brady Warmack leading the charge there. Major Hart the second, and T3, Terry Arnold, coming in to help the cause there. Forward progress looks like we'll get him just about the original line of scrimmage. So set up a second down and long here for Taylor County. 45-yard line in NFC territory. It looks like they give him a loss of 1 on the play, actually, Chris. So it'll be second down and 11 here to go for Taylor. At the 45, need to get to the 34 to move the chains. 3 wide, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. H back in here. And this one they give to Jackson. NFC reads it. And the pursuit was mean here for NFC.
Yeah, NFC doing a really good job shutting down this run game, denying the Taylor County Bulldogs in their first possession in the second half.
A lucky Baldwin. And then we seem to see the number 2 emerge from every single pile here in the second half. Major Hart the second, flying around everywhere for NFC. Another big play for him. So 4 more on the loss. It's going to set up 3rd and 15 here for Taylor County. Backed up against it. This may be 4-down territory here for Coach Metcalf. Hamilton, hitter, and it looks like it's going to be an incomplete pass. Looking here for Williams, Kingston Williams, the intended receiver. And, of course, if he would have gained some yards there, maybe would have thought about it, Chris, but it looks like Coach Metcalf is going to bring out the punting unit, making Folsom, the freshman punter, going to come in to blast it away.
Yeah, good stop for the NFC Eagles in Taylor County's first possession. Starting to look like the first quarter again, both defensive stops.
It's almost like we hit the reset button there, Chris. Going back to where we began. About to get the snap off. Here's the play clock below 10. Low snap. Folsom able to pick it up. Nice directional punt. Fantastic job again, and it goes out of bounds all by itself, Chris. An absolutely gorgeous punt for Folsom. Criteria number 1, avoid it from getting into the hands of number 6, and mission accomplished all the way down to the 7-yard line for Folsom.
Like you said, amazing punt to put NFC all the way back, into their backyard. Let's see if NFC can get out of that uncomfortable zone there.
Yeah, and this will be interesting to see is, of course, Taylor County bringing some pressure early, getting after it a little bit. Taylor County bringing some pressure in the last possession. See if they try to do the same. They might be able to try to come away with points from the defense here. And it's going to be a read option. Pickles is going to give to Gaynor off the left-hand side, and a good pickup there. Gets over the 15. Looks to about the 16, so nice rush there. About 8 on the carry on first down for NFC. So it gets them out of their own end there, Chris. A little bit of breathing room there for the Eagles as they'll set up here. A little bit of pace. They're ready, set, ready to rock with 25 seconds left on this play clock, man. Picking up the tempo a little bit. Bootleg to the right here for Pickles. Hits his big tight end. Joshua shoots in the open field. He's chopped down just short of the 30-yard line by Jaquan Clayton. And it'll be an opportunity to move the chains here for NFC. And I believe that's the first reception from the big tight end, Chris.
Yeah, Josh Schultz, definitely an amazing athlete. Like, going into this game, 209 yards. Like he's really, really good. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going.
Yeah, second on the team in receiving coming into the day. I believe that's where he was last year as well. He just trailed Traylon Ray, as did most of the Big Ben. Give to Gaynor. This one's going to get outside. Gain of 1 or 2. Good little open field tackle there for Taylor County. Javian Long in there, as well as Howard Miller for the bring down for the Bulldogs. Second down and about 8 to go here. Strong 8, soft 7. Ball over here, the near hash marks for NFC. High snap, penalty flag on the play. And looks like it has a signal of offsides. And is. So it's going to be 5 free ones here for NFC. Up to the 35-yard line now. So it takes a 2nd and long to a 2nd and 3. NFC looking to regroup here. They'll flip wide receivers to the left side. 3 of the 4 out to the left. Taylor County going to bring 6 on the pressure here. Pickles off his back foot, getting it towards the sideline. And it'll be an incomplete pass over here on the near sideline. 3rd down here for NFC. Need to get to the 38-yard line here to move the chains. So Taylor County with the gamble brought 6 on the pressure. It was a crucial sequence. Looks like a little show of pressure here. They'll bring 4. Quick hitter. It's going to be a screen to Traylon Ray. He's going back against the grain. Has some blockers over there on the far side. Over midfield, inside the 40. Has Major Hart there in front. Pricking up a late block, trying to slide through the pressure. Inside the 15 is where he's dropped, but a monster pickup of 10, 20, 30, 40. Just about a 50-yard pitch and catch off the short little screen there. Pickles to Traylon Ray, and NFC in fantastic position.
Yes, and that's just the magic that's been going on so far in this game for the NFC Eagles. These explosive plays, man, like the speed kills on the NFC Eagles side is amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So sidecar left is Gaynor. Pre-snap penalty here. Looks like this one's offsides again here for Taylor County. So 5 free ones for NFC. So make it a 1st and 5. So they're going to start this play inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're starting at the 8. Need to get to about the 3 here to move the chains. And this is desperation time here for Taylor County, needing a big stop. Does this defense. Hand off to Gaynor. He's coming near side. He's got some blockers from his wide out. Taylor County stretches it. Play at the corner of the end zone here, the front pylon. And he's in for 6. Touchdown, Ashton Gaynor here for NFC. And they'll break the 30 mark here in quarter number 3. 32-0 NFC with the advantage in quarter number 3. How about the seal of the deal on the outside by those wideouts, Chris?
Yeah, looks like that NFC is starting to pull away, from Taylor County. Taylor County definitely got to find something, really fast in order to, get back into this ball game. Right now, it's looking like NFC all day, every day.
And going for a 2-point conversion. Pickles looking for shoots. Did he get the toe drag? And he is in. Good little footwork from the big tight end there. Add on 2 more. 34-0. Now the advantage NFC over Taylor County. We're going to jump out for a quick commercial break. Come right back on the other side.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be. Among the few, the proud, the Marines.
And we're back here from Perry, Florida. 34-0 is the new score line here after the Ashton Gaynor 8-yard rushing touchdown. The 2-point conversion is good. It was a reception by Josh Schutz to make it 34-0 here. NFC with the advantage over Taylor County. Of course, the first road game here for NFC. So that was one of the interesting storylines going here. How would NFC fare away from the friendly confines of Eagle Field? And the answer is so far so good. Big kick from Fisher. And a nice return here coming from Taylor County. Trying to bounce to the outside is Collier. He's over midfield. Tries to cut it back against the grain. Good tackle there by Bryce Google. But a fantastic kick return here for Taylor County. A little shot in the arm, just what Taylor County needed.
Yeah, and let's see if the offense can bring the momentum onto the Taylor County side. It is definitely much needed at this time right now. This is definitely a very important possession as they're down 34-0. Let's see if they can get at least one or two scores in before the end of the third quarter.
Absolutely. Of course, try to get some building blocks, of course. Another tough opponent. They got to go on the road to Bluntstown next week. Tough little slate of road games coming up. Bluntstown, they got to head west, and then they'll head northeast to Suwannee. On the other side of the Suwannee River, delay of game here on Taylor County. This one will be backed up.
Yeah, the road definitely doesn't get any easier for, the Taylor County Bulldogs. And speaking of Bluntstown, they're down, 16-0 against Wakulla in the second quarter.
And ready to get going here. Taylor County snapping over to the sideline. Hand on the end around. And that's a good rush by Jackson there. Zachary Jackson. We got any other updates? Or are we staying the same mostly?
Yeah, we got some updates like Florida High is starting to pull away from, Gaston County. They're up 35-0 right now over the Gaston County Jaguars. Columbia is up 21-0 against Madison County in the third quarter. Jefferson County, they are still holding through pretty good against Baker, only down 21-12 in the third quarter.
9-point game there. Hamilton back here in Perry, Florida. Quick hitter, incomplete pass, looking to connect with Devarian McCoy. Of course, that Florida High Gadsden game is a district game, so depending on how you look at it, you could potentially consider those two the top teams in that district.
Yes.
So, of course, you incorporate Godby and Marietta into the mix. So, Florida High, with a big victory, would definitely put them in the driver's seat for the automatic qualifying bid there. Of course, those guys are in the automatic qualifiers here, Chris. That's District 3 in 2S Region 1. So, of course, we talk a lot about this reclassification, all this situation going on. Why does it impact us? Why do we want to talk about it? Because you can see Taylor County, if they don't get regardless, if they win the district, as you can see here, District 4, Region 1 of 2S, Suburban. So technically it's a 2S4 is their classification and division within Region 1. So the district champions that you can see there get the automatic qualification. If they don't get the automatic qualification, they have to get an at-large bid, so they could potentially be facing off to steal the spot from those Gadsdens, Godbys, Marianas of the world. So, a lot of scoreboard watching. Football's on the ground, and it looks like NFC's jumping on top of it. And they do. It's going to be Lucky Baldwin with the fumble recovery and penalty flag coming onto the field. So I don't know if that's after the fact or that had to do with something that was after the play. Football coming out, and it looks like a unsportsmanlike conduct on NFC. But it is after the play. So it'll still be a first down here, but NFC will get backed up 15 yards.
Yeah, but as you look at this, two-way suburban, or 2S, suburban, classification, like Taylor County in the same district as Suwannee and Wakulla. So like we'll be seeing those matchups like pretty soon.
Absolutely. Snapping back here, a little option, pitch on out to Gaynor. Tried for the slam, but they'll stop forward progress. Caden Collar, the sophomore, is trying to add one to the highlight reel there, Chris.
Yeah, try to give him that WWE spear.
Good wrap-up, though, in open space.
Yeah.
It was almost like you felt the local crowd here on the far side start to get in the tiptoes a little bit, waiting for it, anticipation. And then the refs, of course, player safety, they go ahead and blow that one dead, probably for the best. Incomplete pass over there on the far side there for NFC. So a third down and long now here for NFC. Of course, you need to get to the 49-yard line of Taylor County. They're back at their own 37. So, of course, pretty big margin to pick up, right about 15 yards. And we have a pre-snap penalty here. And the referee's making sure that we don't get this one off. False start against NFC. So that'll help the Taylor County cause even more, back to the 32-yard line. So 19 yards to pick up here. NFC having it to the 49. And if they do get in a punting situation, lest you not forget, Chris, Taylor County does have a block punt here tonight.
Yes, yes.
4 wide here. Looks like Ashton Gaynor is going to be sidecar left of Pickles, going deep. Looking for Daly. He catches it, but is he in bounds? It does not look like it. Referee says out of bounds, so a good catch, but out of the field of play. And so Taylor County have an opportunity here, Chris. Carve into this lead, see what happens. Of course, NFC, you wonder if they're going to switch up that protection scheme from last time. As getting ready to punt here, Gavin Myers once again. And Caden Collier back to return here for Taylor County. 2:52 remaining in the third. Only one score to speak of. NFC touchdown 2-point conversion was that 8-yard rushing touchdown by Ashton Gaynor. So offsides here. Free 5 for NFC. So it takes it to 14 yards to gain. Be up around the 37-yard line. Still need to get to the 49 in Taylor County territory. So, of course, going to get them all at 37. NFC, Myers looking to return. Collier, he's got heels on his own 27-yard line. Looking to add a little spark here for Taylor County. Try to get something on the scoreboard here. As he can wave this one off, bounces at the 35-yard line. He's going to pick it up about the 25. 40-yard line, push out of bounds again at the 45. So a quick scamper, about 19, 20 yards on the return. As they have an NFC player limping off. It looks like Gavin Smith, the junior tight end, number 80. Getting back to the sideline as Taylor County comes up back on offense. Good field position once again here for Taylor County. See if the offense can take advantage. Give up the middle. Good rush. Hard-nosed running. We've seen it all night from Jaquan Clayton. Good blocking up front by those big boys, creating a nice crease for him. Of course, Andrew Reeves, number 70. Alan Collier Jr. up there over on the left side of that line. Kamari Jackson. Some of those big boys. You know, linemen never get enough love, Chris. Briar Willis, the junior up there, moving bodies as well. Been a hard-fought battle here tonight here for Taylor County on that offensive line. Double tight end stacks here for the 4 wide. Give to Clayton on the right side again, surging through tackles. Takes 3 NFC players, and we have a little extracurricular activity over on the far side of the field. And that's going to be a little something on the end of this one. See what we have added on. Well, we got the chance to get you some scoring updates from around the bend here. Throwing down, we've got a 21-0 here. Columbia over Madison County in the 4th. Going on down, how about Childs keeping it real close? Something that we talked about, of course, middle of the week, Chris. Childs 11, Niceville 21. Close matchup here. Rolling on down, Baker and Jefferson. That one also close. Baker leads Jefferson 21-12. Rolling down, 35-0 Florida High leads Gadsden County. That, of course, is a running clock. Rickards 38-13. Mosley up 28-0 on Leon. Wakulla still 16-0. Walton up 24-7 on McClay at the moment. And here we're back at the action. Rush there by Taylor County. Off the right-hand side of offsetting penalties. 3-yard pickup there by Clayton. That's pretty much where we're at. Still waiting on that DRS scoreline, Chris. Not being reported here.
Yeah, so we will find it very soon. Like we're very anxious for DRS. Like we're definitely feeling good that this could be the end of that long streak that they are hoping to, just end.
Absolutely. 715 days. As a handoff here, Clayton on the left-hand side. Good seal by that line. And a nice rush there by Clayton. 10, 20 in change there for the big bruiser.
Good run, really good run by Clayton. As now they are building the momentum, pushing down the NFC line down to the 23-yard line. We'll see if this can be the drive that the Bulldogs can get on the board. It looks like that we have an injury, on the field right now on Taylor County's side.
So while we have the opportunity, we're going to take a break here. Come back on the other side. Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Andrew Jupe, Chris Lucas.
This August, we want you to remember to keep children safe as we return to school. Always stop school buses and obey signals for blocking cars. Remain alert and do not use a cell phone in school zone. And remember, car seats and triangle restraints only work if they're used correctly every time. Have your pipe. Get your birthday on the walkway.
And back here at Perry, Florida, Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Have an injured player coming off here. Crowd just gave a big hand to offensive tackle junior Alan Collin Jr. Of course, labored effort to get off the field, but great crowd support from the fans, friends, family here of Taylor County. For the lineman who's been putting in some good work. You talk about these Jaquan Clayton rushes, Chris. Those don't happen without the big boys putting in some serious work up front.
Yeah, they always say the game is won within the trenches.
There you go, Clayton. Going once again to the left, leading the charge on the offensive line, Charlie Ray Jr. As they get into the NFC red zone. Looks like they mark about the 16-yard line. So Taylor County has been able to move it in between the 20s here, Chris. It hasn't been the issue. It's just about finishing the deal.
Yeah, it looks like Taylor County's going to try to find a way to score before the end of this third quarter with less than 7 seconds left. Can they hike the ball in time before the clock?
And they do. Gets it off. Clayton's going to get a rush in. Gets to the 15. And it looks like that's where forward progress will be held up. So we're through 3. 34-0. NFC leads Taylor County. We're going to jump out for a quick commercial break. Come back. We'll be ready to lock it down. Quarter number 4 on the way.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
And all right, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Here, of course, on the Tallahassee channel. We're here in Perry, Florida. NFC currently on top, 34-0 is the score count. Of course, it was 26-0 margin at halftime. The only score here in half number 2, quarter number 3, was the 8-yard rushing touchdown by Ashton Gaynor. Of course, and then the successful 2-point conversion by Joshua Schutz. But Taylor County on the charge, trying to let up that scoreboard here, Chris. The Bulldogs still with 12 more minutes to take care of business and trying to do so, get some momentum into the big matchup against Bluntstown next week. Rush on off to the left-hand side. And be 4th down and about 4. Of course, need to get to about the 13. They're currently at the 17.
Yeah, definitely expect Taylor County to go for it. They're in desperate need for a touchdown if they want to stay in this ball game.
And just about, there's something psychological about getting something on the board, Chris.
Yeah.
Just to get that positivity, that punch through. Just like, hey, guys, didn't go our way a lot of the night, but, hey, we were able to get rewarded for our efforts. Because, once again, this is still a program in build mode, rebuild mode. Of course, you have the coaching change as Coach Metcalf getting promoted to the head coaching duties in 2019 at the end of that season. Of course, from being his defensive coordinator spot. And then you get that whole COVID-19 year, which was just chaos for every single person.
Yeah.
And then you come back the next year, and then you have the incident with the preseason in Madison County, and then dealing with all of that, having to go independent last year, and now coming and bouncing back and trying to establish a new ground, and they just ran into an NFC team ready to rock and roll here. Good pass break up there by Zion Perrect, who continues to have a great game here for NFC. It'll be incomplete pass looking for Devarian McCoy, was Taylor County.
Yeah, this Taylor County team is very, very young, but they are definitely in the mix to make it to the playoffs. They got 2 huge victories earlier, this season against Fort White and Lafayette. That's definitely going to go a long way as the season progresses.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, of course, NFC on the offensive here as they take over on downs at the 17-yard line. Pickles with the quarterback. Keeper's going to go to the right. He'll get up out over the 20-yard line, and forward progress will stop for him and NFC over on that far sideline. Of course, we get under 11 minutes to play here in quarter number 4.
Yeah, let's give you some quick scoring updates. Florida High still pointed on Gaston County 42-0 in the third quarter. And Wakulla up 23-0 in the third quarter. And Baker up 29-12 against Jefferson County in the fourth quarter. Columbia up 21-0 in the fourth quarter. And still halftime showing on Rickards and Gabi, 38-13 Rickards. 24-7 with McClay down against Walton. Childs down 21-11 in the third quarter against Niceville. And it's halftime in the college football world with Florida State and Louisville, with Louisville leading 21-14 against the Florida State Seminoles.
Yeah. Timberwolves hanging in tough over there in Niceville, Chris. How about it, man?
Yeah, and you know, Niceville, one of the toughest places to play, and we got a big run by J.P. Pickles.
Another monster carry. We saw the 59-yarder in the first half. Not quite that much, but 10, 20, 30 and change here for J.P. Pickles. Good dual threat, man. Nice little step in, bounces out. Offensive line taking care of business. Yeah, we talked about the Taylor County line, but how about NFC too?
Yeah.
Gage Runyon over there on that right side. Ruben Vasquez over on the right. Talk about that left side. Of course, Lucky Baldwin had the fumble recovery that we talked about, but he's been getting after it. Mason LeDuc, big junior there. This one's a give off to Leon Washington here. Jet sweep coming across the formation. And a good pickup there by Washington. 8 and change on the carry there. Of course, you can't forget about the center either. Bryson Boyd out there, big 58. Like you said, Chris, Trenches coming up big here tonight.
Yeah. Then like another thing, like, you know, like we mentioned earlier, like, you know, one of the things that, like, you know, that's the difference between this year and previous year is a lot of experience within the North Fork Christian squad. They're all still, you know, pretty young, but, you know, just having the experience definitely making a huge difference as we're seeing tonight with the NFC Eagles.
And how about this little flip back? Good pressure there defensively to force the tackle for loss. Javion Long, the junior linebacker, forcing the blocker Pickles back into the rusher. Leon Washington comes up with a huge loss. Great play by Javion Long there, forcing the old chain reaction. Reminded me of those physics balls, Chris, that
yeah.
One just smacked into, the other one knocked him down. It was a no-contact tackle there. Tackle for loss. Coach Metcalf, make sure to get that TFL on the stat sheet of Max Preps this week. Screen pass to Traylon Ray. He's already been in once. He wants to get in again. This time he catches it into the end zone. Has a little run after the catch, so he's got a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown out here tonight. And that was a big one here for NFC. Chalk it up.
Yeah,
was it about 32 yards, Chris, you think?
Yes, and I think that one is the icing on the coffin. Like, you know, like I think that's going to do it, you know, for, you know, Taylor County tonight. But they can, like, you know, just keep on fighting. I think, like, that's what Coach is looking at right now.
Yeah, there's a lot more big picture stuff going on here right now. The high snap, Fisher, extra point up, and the extra point is good. So it's a count by 41-0 in favor of the visitors. We're going to jump out for a quick commercial break here on the other side.
Statewide coverage from the Panhandle to Central Florida to Broward and Miami-Dade, down to the Keys. All 22 sports, from football, girls and boys basketball, softball, soccer, lacrosse, baseball, even swimming and track. Shows and live streaming broadcasts on various spectrums: Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, and on demand. 24/7, 7 days a week. Only on VSN.
And welcome back here from Perry, Florida. Fresh off the NFC touchdown to make it 41-0 here. And then, of course, with that mark, we are being taken into a running clock, Chris, of course, as we break the 35-point threshold here with that touchdown and 2-point conversion. And so that's why you see the clock is running here, and Ethan Fisher getting us rocking and rolling here for the kickoff. Sends it deep here near side. It's Collier once again. He's been exciting in the special teams. And he's wrangled down about the 27-yard line there. Joey Irvin on the bring down.
Yeah, well, like looking at NFC's future games, like their next 3 games, they're going on the road to Valwood next week.
Rivalry game.
Yeah, and then the following week they host McClay. That
other rivalry game.
That one's also pretty exciting. And then the following week they host FAMU DRS. So definitely a lot of exciting games to look forward to, but very promising on the NFC side, like just the way that they played in their first 4 games. You definitely gotta like what they're doing so far.
We got to check in on that Valwood score, Chris. That could be a battle of 4-0 teams there next week.
Yeah, like it's actually looking that way. Like I was actually looking up the score, and it is 32-14. Valwood is up over Roberts Toon Christian Academy, so we could potentially see a 4-0 undefeated battle between Valwood and North Florida Christian.
But how about the slate coming up from NFC? Those are kind of their big 3, right?
Yeah.
You have your cross-border rival in Valwood, and then you come to town, the Battle of Meridian Road.
Yeah,
that's kind of a budding rivalry as well with McClay. And then also, of course, the historical rivalry of the bunch with FAMU DRS. A snap here. Give to Zachary Jackson on the left-hand side. Good rush for him from about 3 yards, and we're getting some extracurricular action. Here is the frustrations are mounting, Chris. Not atypical of what you see in a situation like this.
Yeah.
With the running clock.
Yeah, it's definitely it's tough. Like you're down 41-0. It's definitely tough. We just got control your emotions and just work pretty hard and wow.
Let's go around the bend, Chris.
Yeah,
look out.
Check out the score between Charles and Niceville. Charles is only down by 3. It's 18-21. They're only down by 3 to Niceville. Is that in the third quarter?
That is third quarter, yes, sir.
Wow. So definitely got to keep an eye on that game with Charles, trying to pull off a huge upset if they can find a way. And this game is on the road, too. It is not easy playing in Niceville out of all places. So definitely got to keep an eye on that game.
And another one for McCullough as well, Chris. 23-0 now the score. They get into the second half against Blountstown.
Wow, yeah, and that's Taylor County's next opponent. They'll go on the road to Blountstown. So Taylor County they're never going to find a way to regroup after tonight. Is tough loss, but they still show a lot of promises. Especially within their running back with Clayton. He had quite a few explosive plays tonight. So they just gotta find a way, regroup, and they'll be ready. Next week against Blountstown. Then the following week, they will go on the road to Sewanee. And the week after that, they'll come back here at home against Lighthouse, PCA. Yeah, but then on the NFC side, each week, they just keep on proving this. They are a lot better, this year versus last year, and Niceville just scored a touchdown as it is 27-18 now. But it is still within grasp for the Charles Timberwolves. Like, they are still in this ball game. It is not over yet for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, a couple quick strikes out west. Baker, unfortunately, starting to pull away on Jefferson County here late, 36-12 now. That game's in the fourth. Florida High, we're still getting reports of it being in the third. Slow rolling there. Going into the fourth, 38-13 still. Rickards leading Godby. Like we said, Wakulla 23-0 here. Mosley up 28-0 on Leon. Walton 31-7 leading McClay. Of course, we had the 24-7 result yesterday. Bartram Trail over our local Lincoln Trojans. And, of course, Columbia going into the fourth quarter with that 21-0 lead here.
Wow.
A little bit of a shock, perhaps. At least to me, Chris. I don't know about you, man.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty surprised. Like, Madison County being down, by that much against, Columbia. But, it is tough playing in the jungle over in Columbia.
Facts.
Yeah, but Madison County, they're definitely still in the mix in their respective classification. They are definitely not going anywhere, this season. And just thinking about, NFC, of course, they got their next 3 slated games in Valwood, McClay, and Family DRS. But, if you're an NFC Eagle, you gotta, feel pretty good about your chances against Wakulla and Monroe, in those, future games. I know, as a football fan, I am really excited to see, what they can do against those two teams when that time comes. How about you, Andrew?
Yeah, man, it'll be exciting. I mean, that's one of many situations that we can look forward to here coming up. And let's, while we're talking about it, man, so we talked about the districts and you talk about that power-packed area. If you ignore the left side of your screen, so that's 2021 stuff that we will get to in just a little bit because we're back. Had a couple unsportsmanlike and some offsetting activity and some penalties. We didn't really see it crucial to film the conversations of the referees and the head coaches there. So we're back at the action. 3rd down and medium. Hamilton looking to go deep for Collier. Just runs out of real estate. And it'd be an incomplete pass there. Caden Collier, some pressure on Hamilton. He's able to get it off in a way, but a incomplete pass going to set up 4th down. And Taylor County going to bring on the punting unit here, Chris.
Yep, and we're just under 2 minutes left in the ball game. NFC up 41-0. NFC looking to, have their second shutout in a row this season.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Of course, we were wondering the offensive output, man. Of course, a team that was averaging 33+ points per game. We get through the second quarter, still nothing on the scoreboard, but then second quarter.
Yeah.
They take care of business, and really that's the difference in the game. Because you take out the second quarter, it's a 14-0 game here, Chris. So, that's not how scores and football works, but 15-0, excuse me. But, just something as a note here. But, yeah, the scoring, it was, of course, living on the big plays, right? Of course, huge seams for the offensive line on that J.P. Pickles run from 59 yards out. And then just Leon Washington Jr. just basically putting an individual highlight reel together for that 92-yard touchdown. Also capped it off with a 26-yard touchdown reception as well. Of course, 4 touchdowns getting through for NFC in that third. This is a Taylor County team, though, rebuilding, like we said, young team.
Yeah,
a lot of these stars, you look at the depth chart, right? Your quarterback is a sophomore. 2 of your big running backs, sophomores. Of course, Jaquan Clayton, he's a senior. He'll be leaving this year. Mike Gant, your big defensive star, junior. A couple big guys on the offensive line, sophomores and juniors. So there is some brightness here for Taylor County. And, when you're a young team, you got to wear it sometimes, Chris.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those moments. But I think Coach Metcalf in the building of this program, Thomas County. Goodness, I'm just making stuff up now. My goodness, Taylor County. They're going to be around here, and I'm liking the direction of this program. So, like we said, going to take the L here tonight, go back to 2-2, but still an opportunity to regroup. Talk about Bluntstown, and then after the Bluntstown game, then you get into district play.
Oh, yeah.
They've got some district going down the field as we take it down. We're going to run all the way down to quadruple zeros here. So that'll put a bow on it for us here, Chris. We're all final. Make it official, my man. Final.
Yeah, final score, NFC 41, Jefferson County. Not Jefferson County, Taylor County.
I messed you up. I wrecked it.
I blame you on that one. Taylor County 0. Even though the final score was lopsided, but it was still a really good ball game.
Fun one for sure.
Between the two ball clubs, and both teams definitely showed a lot of promises within their respective paths. NFC looking really strong to compete for the 1S classification. Then the rebuild for the Taylor County Bulldogs is definitely in full effect. The future is definitely very bright for the Taylor County Bulldogs, Andrew.
Absolutely. And, of course, you get Swanee in a couple weeks when you get into district play. And then if you continue to build, you got a shot at Wakulla. If you win that Swanee game, carry that momentum in.
Oh, yeah.
That could potentially be a winner-take-all game versus Wakulla. And then they have this one here at home in Taylor County. Wakulla's got to come down here to that game, Chris. So you never know. The season's still bright, and especially with these new districts and there's reclassifications. Nobody can keep up with it. We'll have the points coming out soon, and then maybe we can make some sense of it. But I know I personally am not able to do that anytime soon. Taylor County, definitely some positives. We saw some bright spots. They were able to move the football. Yeah. It wasn't like they were just anemic on offense. I mean, they've got some talent. They've got some playmakers. We can see Hamilton able to handle the playbook, able to move the ball with the offense. And I think there's some bright spots that Taylor County can latch on to. And so I'm liking them still for the rest of the way. They fall to 2-2. NFC improving to 4-0. Got a matchup with Valwood, who looks like it's going to be 4-0 as well, Chris.
Yeah.
That's their matchup next week. I know they headed to Valwood, and then, of course, Taylor County headed to Bluntstown. Any final thoughts on this game before we get a quick recap of the games that were, and then we'll go ahead and put a bow on this one?
Both teams played, really good, and Taylor County, like you said earlier, the score, 41-0, but they showed a lot of promises that can go a long way, in their remaining, games. And I said this earlier, those first two wins against Fort White and Lafayette, that's going to go a long way, for them, in the future. Let's say, they don't, get that AQ. Those two games can, be the deciding factor for them, making or missing the playoffs,
Absolutely, and who knows what else they'll pick up down the road. They got some big opponents here. You talk about the district, and then, of course, McClay at the end of the season, too.
Ooh, that's going to be
That'll be an interesting spot. Both teams potentially jostling in that playoff conversation. That'll be fun. Let's try to get a quick wrap-up here of some area scores as Rickards now goes up 45-13 to start the fourth. My phone is freaking out a little bit here, Chris. So do you have the scores that you can blast on the update?
It's 28-18 in the fourth quarter between Niceville and Childs. Niceville is the one up 28-18.
Okay.
Jefferson County down 36-12 in the fourth quarter against Baker. Columbia still holding strong against Madison County, 21-0. McClay is up. McClay is down 31-7 in the third quarter. Wakulla still has a 23-0 lead. Florida High is a final there, 42-0 victory over Gaston County. Mosley has a 20-0 lead over Leon, still in the second quarter, according to the Westside Florida High School football. And then over with the Florida State Seminoles, they are down 14-21 against Louisville Cardinals with 12 minutes left in the third quarter.
Rock and roll. All right, Chris. Well done. Well done. So around the bend and then some, getting up into Kentucky for a little college score update. So good stuff there. And we're going to snap back here to your final 41-0 in favor of the NFC Eagles. We're going to jump out and put a bow on this one.